are you today? My name is Rick, and welcome to my Cape Cod life. Today we're going to talk about perennials and their value to a gardener. All right. So good morning. Let's talk about perennials. Why they are so valuable to a farmer or a gardener like myself is that they come back every year. So that's an investment. Now what am I going to be planting today? Well, I've been telling you that I want to plant some new strawberries. So I am planting Valley Sunset. It's a June-bearing strawberry. These are bare roots. They come from a company in Maine called Fedco. So they gotta be hardy. And they look like just a tangled mess. You see they are starting to sprout, so that's good. And these are 25 plants right here. Now I ordered 50, my daughter's gonna be planting the other 25 in her yard. Also, I have asparagus, and this is purple passion. And let me just take one of these roots out. There you go. This is what a asparagus crown looks like when you get them bare roots. Oh, they look nice. They're nice and healthy. I see little shoots here. Let's get a little closer to the camera. Can you see? Ooh, where's the camera? There you are. Can you see those little nubs right there? That is future asparagus, people. And then the other thing I got from them are bare root blueberry bushes. And I have two varieties, I believe. I have a variety known as Patriot, and the other one is known as Blu-ray. So they're supposed to be mid-season blueberries, and you want a couple of different varieties for pollination. These are looking good. They actually look, I think those, yeah, they're sprouting, and I see little blueberry blossoms on it. So we'll be planting these as well. Now let's talk about the strawberries to begin with. They're June bearing. Between the birds and the chicken, you're gonna hear background noise. So let's talk about strawberries. Valley Sunset, is that what I called them? Yes. June bearing means that we're gonna have a bigger crop, but pretty much all at once. And it'll be sometime in late June. The first year, I don't expect we'll get much blossoms, and Fedco advises that you pinch them off the first year so the plants get established, and that's fine. Thing about strawberries, they will continue, the strawberry crowns are good for 3 or 4 years, and then they've kind of reached the height that they're going to get. The height of their life. The good thing about strawberries is they'll send off runners, so when I'm ready to replace the older plants, I'll have plenty of runners that I can snip off to replace them. And a runner is basically a long shoot that comes out. It ends with some leaves that become its own clone of the strawberry. Sometimes a runner will have 2 or 3 plants on it, but we'll keep an eye on those too. Now asparagus, once you plant it, it's good for at least 20 years worth of harvest. Now the first couple of years we won't harvest. We're just gonna let them get established. It's gonna be hard. These are 2-year roots, so possibly next year I could have a few pieces. And then next year, a few more. And then after that, I'll have first a good 4-week period of harvest, and then as they get over, up to 8 weeks. Now blueberries, They're a little persnickety. They like a very acidic soil. So where I'm planting them, it's pretty much gravel. So I'm gonna need to use a soil acidifier. I'm gonna add some soil, some peat moss, and that should help lower the pH. And then I will top coat that with some mulch for the nutrients they'll need. They are going to be planted in front of the chicken run, and I will have to set up some fencing over there as well to keep the chickens out. And I'm actually will probably add some grow bags as well in that area so we utilize that space better. All right, let me have some more coffee and I'll get to it planting.
All right, so this is gonna be the bed for the asparagus, but before we plant it, that beautiful chive plant in the corner has to be moved. Apparently asparagus and alliums, which chives is a family of that, and onions and garlic and that kind of thing, don't get along as well as I would like. So we're gonna move that.
So before we plant the asparagus, we're gonna hydrate the roots. That's my Tina in the background. It's barely a root that will throw you in. All right, so. All right, hush girl. All right, so we'll let those soak for maybe 30 minutes. I dug a deep hole and I've made a mound of compost and I've put down some organic fertilizer. This is my asparagus crown. What I'm gonna do is spread these roots around. This is where that chive I pointed out earlier was. All right, so that's kind of positioned where I want it. And by the time I bury it, let's see. Yeah, that's gonna be 4 to 6 inches under the ground, and that's how I want to do these. So, roots here are from the chive, but they'll just become worm food. There we go. Our first crown is planted. So asparagus roots, they can get up to 15 feet deep. That's like 2.5 times my height underground. And that's why they're so nutritious, because they get all of those trace minerals from deep within the earth. I'm very excited in a couple of years to have some delicious asparagus.
Now this is gonna be the bed for the strawberries. And that parsley, I'm gonna right down there. It's looking healthy, and pick some of it too, but I'm gonna move that. Then I have these beautiful violas, Johnny Jump-Lips, right in the middle of that bed. So I'm gonna put that somewhere. Down there, I'm gonna trim it back, but that's marjoram. And that's fine for staying right where it is. I'll just plant some strawberries near it.
All right, here are the strawberry bare roots, and I am going to hydrate them as well. I don't know if I can do that one-handed. Here we go. I'm gonna put them in there. There we go. Alrighty. All right, so we're getting the strawberry patch ready for planting. I put some soil in. I just laid down some berry tone by Spoma.
It's an organic fruit and berry food that'll help with the pH, because strawberries like it somewhat acidic, not as acidic as blueberries like, but they like their acidic soil. I'm gonna go get some compost and put that on top of this, like an inch or so, and then I'll be ready to plant. All right, I put the top dressing of compost and evened it off, and I have mocked out squares. I'm gonna go get my bare roots. All right, so this is a strawberry crown. Now, over here, okay, this is the crown. And you see at the bottom that you have these roots. So much like the asparagus, I made a little mound in the center of my hole so it can help spread out the roots. Very carefully. So that's it. You see how I left the top of the crown above the ground. Alrighty, so this is the asparagus. It's all watered in. And now we wait 2 years and, you know, maybe 3. I moved the pansies over there. You'll notice the chives are gone. And let's walk over here to the strawberry patch. Hi, Shadow. Alright, that's a leftover cabbage from this winter. Although I think it's about to bolt. You see right in here, it looks like it's, let's get in there. It looks like it's cracking. Now we did have some rain. Maybe it got so much rain it cracked. I don't know. I think we might get cabbage flowers that pop out of that. Anyways, enough about that. Here is the strawberry patch. And I think there is 25, maybe 26. The last one was puny and it was split, but it looked like it was healed. So we'll see. And this, we won't get strawberries until next year. This strawberry patch and the asparagus bed, they are just investments in my future. Not get to the blueberries. That'll have to wait till tomorrow, hopefully. I need to get some peat moss, and I don't usually like to use peat moss because it's a very limited commodity now. But I'm gonna try to get a very small bag. It'll really help my blueberries. So I'm gonna sign off for now. And don't forget, as always, my Cape Cod life.